house right now, which you can probably tell. And guess what I'm gonna have for lunch. I'm very excited about. Yeah. Pretty uncharacteristically lazy day for me. It's now 7:59. At one point after lunch, I guess I took a nap, as well as everyone else being my mother and my grandma. And I guess that took a while, and I just left to go shoot time lapse of the sunset, and the sun has already set behind everything. I mean, it's still light out, but the sun has already set. So I'll probably just go out later when the moon comes out and see if I can get something. But for now, I'll just talk about something. Now, yesterday, where this video is taken, Danny and I met one of his friends, and we went to this art gallery, and there was a community open mic. And it was truly fascinating, the diversity in talent that was there. You could be a poet, musician, dancer. I think, there was some other things. But point is, it was actually amazing. Because not everyone that was there was, ridiculously talented. There was, there were some people that were just crazy good. But it didn't matter. And the reason was because the energy that was there was so accepting. You could, I don't know how to explain it. It was just, there was no criticism at all. And I thrived in it because the thing that counted the most was that everyone's heart was completely in it. There was no good and bad. It was just people expressing themselves in a healthy way. And I think that it's so important to have it, places like that where it's just, you can just go and just be you and no one cares. There were a few acts that were a bit heart-wrenching. There was really just, there were two actually, both pertaining to Father's Day. One guy, okay, I gotta do a new cut for this. This is rough. There was a guy there who had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder after he was divorced, and apparently that made the court decide to make him able to only see his children once a month. And he'd counted, and over the course of around 10 years, he'd only seen his kids 100 days, which is not a lot. And he had lost his father in 2012, and so he wrote a poem kind of encompassing all this information, and it was kind of sad. But in the end, it was a twist where he kind of realized that he still had his kids, and he was still alive, and so he's happy that his kids don't have to feel the sadness of having no father at all, but rather just kind of, his kids are in their teenage phase, so they don't want to hug him and show affection and stuff. Teenagers are so weird. It was very interesting because it kind of just, all my rants that I've done, the one that I did about art, and, specifically the one that I did about art and talking about, obviously in that one I was talking about people who called art not art. But at one point I also addressed why lack of criticism is a good thing. And in some cases, lack of criticism is not a good thing. If I never got criticized for my dancing, I wouldn't be where I am now. I would probably still suck because I thought I was good. I would think that I was good, but in reality I wasn't. But anyway, yeah, it was amazing. It was called Connect. You should definitely check it out. It's in Westfield Mall. It's right across from, it's on the lower level by the Macy's. you'll see it. It's where the Forever 21 used to be. Really glad that it's replaced with something that benefits society. And it's actually really cool because like they have like tables. It's an art gallery. Okay, so it's an art gallery that has artists' work, you know, on the walls. And then there's tables with paint and art supplies where you can just go and just make stuff. There's a little bar in the middle that has like supplies like yarn and, you know, weird stuff like the paper, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, you should definitely check it out. That pretty much concludes my talk today. Just that place. Oh, and the open mic, by the way, the open mic is every third Saturday. So that was this Saturday's the next one. Just figure it out. But yeah, that concludes today's talk. It's still kind of light out. Moon's not out yet, so won't go out and shoot anything probably for a while. But yeah, the open mic was amazing, and the energy was. You already heard this. I don't have to say it to you again. The lighting is amazing in here. The time-lapse you're about to view, just to clarify, is not stock footage. I took it myself. I also took some really great pictures, but I'm not going to show them because the time-lapse is basically just all the pictures in a really cool video. But, just to let you know the settings that I used on my camera, I set my shutter speed to 4000, my ISO to 800, and I kept my aperture to normal 5.6. But, I also, again, I used the monster lens, which I actually haven't shown you. So I'm going to go downstairs and get it, and I'll be right back. This is it. As you can see, it's fairly large. My lens that I have on here right now is about this big in comparison. But yeah, this thing is a monster.